folks. It's Monday, May 15th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, angry neighbors you can't understand. Plus, why am I pissing in a gasoline can? Genital checkpoints coming soon to a restroom near you. And a woman finally finds her birth father. And that's when the real daddy issues started. All coming up today.
And this hole here is the hole from which you pee.
Vagina!
When you go to the bathroom or urinate.
Mrs. Butterworth is twice as thick, and it's made with
horse urine.
A golden shower is when your partner pees on you. And they can pee on your body, or sometimes people like it when their partner pees on their face.
Like in their mouth or?
All over, just pees all over. Women don't have very good aim, you know. So if this is your girlfriend peeing on your face, we're not sure where it's going to end up. It can be in your ear or in your eye or in your mouth. You don't know.
First thing is to start working the face.
Baby, now I gotta take a piss from my holes on your face.
Oh, you liquidated her, eh?
Don't. It's made of cougar piss. I'm not kidding.
Now that my bladder is full, my piss starts to move to your face.
Would you pee on me?
Yeah?
I would love that.
Really?
I would love for you to pee on me.
No, are you joking?
I'm not kidding.
Here, sit down. Sit.
Pee girl. Yeah, look at the waterfall.
We're giving you the gold.
Ooh, girl.
Oh, yeah. Incoming.
It's made of cow piss.
You better swallow that up.
I want to milk the chocolate out of your cock.
What a mess.
Damn, get it all over the floor. Somebody's got to clean that up.
Clean up on aisle 4.
Barry Glazer, legal advocate for the injured, disabled, and urinated upon.
Oh, your cock is so delicious.
Baby, now I gotta take a piss from my holes on your face.
I just want to piss, and piss. That's it, no cum. I want to go.
Now that my bladder is full,
Oh, yeah.
my piss starts to move to your face.
The popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11.
Pee.
Yeah. I want you to piss on my tit.
It's piss time. Ah, much better.
People urinating on each other.
Oh my goodness, what's going on? I'm all wet.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Tim back here with you, ready to start a new week of programs. Got a good one for you. Hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I kind of did. This all started on Friday, of course. I mentioned on the show that I needed to go get some blood work done, do a urine sample, all that shit, right? So my brilliant idea was to get up early and do it first thing in the morning. As soon as the lab's open, get it taken care of. I won't have to wait a long time, etc., etc. Well, that all went to shit because, of course, everyone goes in the morning, like before they head to work. These labs close at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, so the only time people can go is on their way to work. I could have went at any other time because, you know, I don't have a real job. But okay, now I'm stuck at this place waiting for, 12, 15 people to go ahead of me. I have to pee so bad because I didn't piss in the morning when I woke up because I figured like, okay, if I pee right before I go to this place, I'm not going to have enough in me to produce a sample. And I'm pee shy as it is. So I figured, you know, if I have that morning piss in me, just, you know, urging to get out, I should have no problem giving the sample. Well, you know, after an hour or so, it's finally my turn. And I'm like, hey, can I do the pee sample thing first before you do the blood draw? And she said, no, that's because you're not doing a pee test today. And I said, what? It was ordered for me. And she's like, no, you misread that. You were ordered a 24-hour urine test. I said, what the hell is that? Does that mean I have to refrain from peeing for 24 hours or something? She's like, no. And she proceeds to hand me what looks like one of those huge 5-gallon gas cans, you know, the plastic ones that are red. And she's like, oh, you're going to be peeing in this all day long. And also, what's happening with you right now, that first piss of the morning, that doesn't count. You can't use that one. You got to start with the second piss of the day. And then you just constantly pee in this thing all day long. And then the next morning, the final pee gets to be the morning piss. Like, there's all these rules when it comes to this urine sample thing. I was not prepared for this. The cherry on top, of course, is this huge ass can has to stay in the refrigerator. Yeah, it's gotta be fresh and chilled for them to test. So that's just fucking great. Still, I did what I had to do. I got that taken care of. I posted my show early. I had all of Friday to play my new Zelda game that I was so excited about. Except Amazon fucked me over, as they always do, because nothing can go right in my life. I pre-ordered this motherfucker, and, I keep checking Amazon because I'm like a little child. I'm like, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's my toy coming? I figured, by noon it'll be here. So I started straightening up my room, readying my battle station, and I checked Amazon, and it's like, now arriving by 11 p.m. Of course, right? It's just like, of course, that's what's going to happen to me. And then it does this thing where it starts fluctuating, where it's like, I check back an hour later, and it's like, now expected by somewhere around 5 to 9 p.m. I'm like, yes, we're getting closer. And then it slips back to 6 to 9. It just keeps alternating. It's a real mindfuck. And then our friend, Lord Douche's coworker, calls me out of the blue, and he's like, hey, I'm at a Target, and they still have collector's editions. Do you want me to buy you one? And I said, yes. The collector's edition, by the way, is like twice the cost of just the game. But I'm thinking, okay, I'll cancel or return the Amazon one, and then I'll have the game here quickly. And he's like, well, I got to go to work, and I'm going to a different county. So I'll drop it off when I get done with work. I'm like, all right, but hurry it the fuck up. And it came at he dropped it off at 6 p.m. There was no real saving of time because then Amazon delivered it shortly after. But whatever. It was just kind of a total waste of a day for me, honestly. Nothing was going right, but that's okay. I got to play my stupid game, and it is amazing. It's life-changing. I don't think I'll ever be the same again after playing it. It has altered my DNA and my perception of good and evil, right and wrong. The purpose, the meaning of life has been explained to me through this game. So I'm very happy with my purchase. Plus, I got a fanny pack. That was like the thank you bonus for blowing $130 on a stupid game. Awesome work, Target. Good job with those exclusives. By the way, just as an aside, it is mind-blowing to me that fanny packs are once again a thing. This was a fad in the late 80s, early 90s. Anyone who wore the fucking thing looked like a fruit. Fanny packs are the epitome of dorkware, and it died off. Its flame burned bright for a short period, and then thankfully it died off. But I don't know, at some point, fanny packs kind of came back in style. Although I will say this, a lot of the times now, fanny packs have been renamed to hip packs, which honestly does kind of help their image a little bit. Branding and marketing, that really does help a shitty idea out. I haven't actually touched my Zelda fanny pack because Lord Douche's coworker forgot to give it to me when he was handing me all the stuff. But I did go online and look at a picture of it. I'm like, it's not that bad, actually. I could become a fanny pack guy. As I get older, I care less and less about what people think of me, looks-wise. And fanny packs are kind of utilitarian. It's a big pouch you got there. You can fit in a lot of stuff there hanging on your fanny or hip. I think I'm going to become a fanny pack guy. All right. Well, anyway, that was my weekend. How was yours? I don't really want to know. I'm just being polite. I think on the Friday episode of DV, I may have divulged some information that I am now regretting. We all know how I feel about low battery smoke alarms. But I let it slip that one of my big pet peeves is mouth noises. Oh, it skeeves me right out. I mentioned how the dog at night will be cleaning herself and that noise. I can't sleep with it, right? So naturally, Bag of Cum submitted a clip. ASMR, 9 minutes of dog licking. That microphone, I think, is jammed down the dog's throat. It's that loud. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what I hear at night. This video also has some bonus noises. There's the licking. And yeah, it's like that dog coughing. Because the dog just fucking licks everything. Like licks the floor. Of course, gets all the hair and dirt on the floor. So naturally, it's always like it's trying to cough. Something is stuck in its throat. Oh, it is all just fucking disgusting. Back to licking. Dumb dogs never learn. Well, thank you very much for that audio clip, and also fuck you. Moving on, I've run across a couple clips here that all have a common thread, and that is neighbors you can't understand. Either they're screaming or just incoherent. Here's the first guy. This dude's in a truck, and he's upset about something. The reasons are unclear. I think I got fucking bitch, and I think the word truck was uttered. Right outside of my fucking driveway. Okay. Okay, I think I can I can't understand everything he's saying, but I believe he's upset because someone has parked their truck out, like near his driveway, maybe? Why you American? He's sort of giving off angry dog vibes here, you know? The only time you really understand him is when he is swearing. What the fuck is this? You parked John Purposely back their doors. Yeah, he's upset about how they're parked, I guess. All right, thank you, sir. There you go. That is the first neighbor speaking gibberish. Next up is a man who is wearing a shirt that is too small for him. His gut is hanging out. He's standing in his driveway next to his truck, and I think he's screaming at his neighbors across the street. Let's see what he has to say.
But he gave baby butt. What? How many?
She thinks that he maybe said baby butt there.
Baby butt.
Baby butt.
What? How many dote hey, mehi hey. What? One man boobies.
Again, only key words we're getting: baby butt and man boobies so far.
And they hate Asbury, San Francisco. After they Mexico once.
What?
And they want their year.
Their year?
Yeah, 3 years after
I just called the cops on him because he was screaming. Now he's much happier.
Well, now they talk. Yeah, prison.
Yeah, he seems to be doing much better now.
A jail guard. Mendoza machete.
Oh.
When John Denver was more of the Gil Mendoza jail, Tarrant County Police. Uptown Vegas.
I wish I would have found these clips later in the week for Heavy Birtation Thursday. I guess that's okay. We can do Heavy Birtation, I don't know what you're saying. Heavy Birtation, Shabba Shabba Shikishin. Heavy Birtation, I don't know what you're saying. It's Heavy Birtation Monday. Worst Neighbors in the World edition. Ting. The last neighborly clip I have to share with you today is a next door neighbor, someone who shares a fence. For some reason, she is sticking her hand, and I think it's a her, not quite clear. She's sticking her hand under the fence and doing something. You know, I'm in Zelda mode lately, and it reminds me of, you know, the original Legend of Zelda, where like sometimes hands would come out of the dungeon walls and grab you and take you back to the beginning of the dungeon. I think they were called wall masters or something. That's what it looks like happening under the fence. And it looks like he or she is pushing leaves into this person's yard from under the fence. Anyway, the neighbor here is going to confront this man or lady.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, well, he startled her.
What the fuck are you doing?
God damn.
What are you doing?
And none of your fucking business.
Why are you reaching?
Well, it kind of is his business considering your hand is on his property.
And none of your fucking business.
Why are you reaching? Why are you reaching under my fence?
What are you talking about?
Good tactic. Just deny doing the thing that the guy is currently filming you doing right now.
You're reaching your hand under the fence?
I'm taking the fucking dirt out of the fucking fence. You mine? It's my side of the fence. Okay?
No, it's not. You're reaching.
Get lost.
Hey, you know what?
Get lost. Stop talking to me.
Hey, you know what?
Stop talking to me.
You're not.
Stop talking
You're
to me.
not supposed
Stop
to be on
talking
my
to me.
property.
Stop talking to me. I'm not on your property. Obviously, on my mom.
You're reaching under my fence.
I'm doing what I need to do. It's none of your fucking business what I'm doing.
Neighborly disputes like this are so interesting to me because it's always whatever is on or near the property line is the most important part of their fucking house. She's out there right by the fence dicking around. Meanwhile, the rest of her house is a complete shithole. Everything's run down. Grass is overgrown. But this is what's important. She's got to get the mud from underneath the fence and push it onto this dude's property.
You know what? I told you before, if you come on my side of the property,
you never told me nothing. Get the fuck away from me.
I'm going to call the cops.
Get the fuck away from me.
Guess what? I'm going to call the cops.
Get away from me. 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 I'm tired of you fucking molesting me. Tired of you fucking accosting me.
Oh, really?
Tired of you. Yeah, you're fucking always on me. Leave me alone.
She's got one tooth in her head and she's a little twitchy. Meth addicts always have a very high self-opinion of themselves, huh? Stop molesting me, as if he would ever.
You're always watching what I'm doing. You're fucking a pervert.
You're on my side.
No, I'm on my side. Get the fuck away from me.
It is kind of weird when you see hands coming from underneath the fence. It's a little startling. We're kind of moving away from heavy birtation material, but still dealing with shitty neighbors. The last clip I have for you, I do have one more. This is another property line dispute. A neighbor does not like where this man is putting his garbage cans.
You gonna bring it in here, or you gonna put it out on the street?
Yes, she is dragging in his garbage can. He's filming in his garage. There we go.
You gonna bring it in here, or you gonna put it out on the street? It's your choice. This is where your property ends, honey.
She talks like me, like an old faggot. Let me tell you something. Your property line ends right here, honey.
Honey.
Yeah, these people live in condos or townhomes, so it's all attached, right? And so there's this guy's driveway, and then there's a patch of dirt, like a strip, and then there's this lady's driveway. So in that little strip of dirt, there are two lights, like outdoor lights that go up on the wall, porch lights or whatever. One is for his house and one is for her house. Obviously, the property line is probably right down the middle, in the middle of that dirt. He gets a little strip and she gets a little strip, if it even fucking matters. And it does, apparently, to these people. Now, his garbage can probably does kind of encroach on her side because that's a thick garbage can. I don't know exactly where he's putting it. He might be putting it like half on his driveway and half on the dirt. Who knows? But she thinks it's on her property. She thinks the whole thing is hers.
This is where your property ends, honey. Right here at your driveway.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
That's my light.
Yes, it does.
That's my light.
Also, why would you get the entire strip of dirt? And all it is dirt. It's fucking nothing. There's no grass. There's no vegetation. It's not particularly pretty. It's just this strip that runs alongside the length of the driveway. It's just to divide the driveways in the properties.
Yes, it does.
Can you stop coming on my property?
That's your light right there.
Well,
and then I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, she's going to call the cops because he keeps moving the trash can. Honey.
I am calling the cops. I got no patience for a little unrespectful shit.
So I finally get to see how he places the trash can, and it's like I thought. It's half on his driveway and half on the dirt. I think it's perfectly acceptable.
I told the cops. You refuse to follow orders.
Stop.
Oh, God. And now, so I don't know if this is a different day, but he has a some sort of workbench or table. Again, it's on his driveway for the most part, but some of it's, a couple of the legs are on the dirt. It's still his side, though.
Stop.
And she has no problem just moving the shit. The noise you heard is her dragging the table.
Stop.
Follow orders, as if she has a say in the situation, like she's the boss.
As soon as you get that off of my property, I will stop.
What's interesting is as she's dragging the table, she's putting more of the table on her property.
Now you're on my property.
This is my property, hon. This is my property. You are still on my property.
We still haven't resolved that issue.
If you weren't such a nasty little prick, I would.
Stop, you're breaking it.
Yeah, she is breaking the table.
You're on my property.
It's so funny because her whole argument is that he is on her property, but she has no problem just hanging out in his driveway and dragging shit into his garage. In Texas, you're legally allowed to shoot someone for this type of behavior, I think. Switching gears now, I've got a different type of airplane freakout. This one doesn't involve the staff per se. This one is a fight between a mother and daughter taking a flight to God knows where. I'm sure the other passengers might tell you hell. It's a one-way ticket to hell. Things amp up pretty quickly. At first, you just sort of hear people talking. Yeah, got a message. Okay. And then, yeah, okay.
Sent me a message that said, "You got your wish, she's dead."
And now we're into just yelling. It quickly ramped up.
About your grandson.
So as far as I can tell, the mother messaged her daughter saying that, well, you got your wish. Your son is dead. All right.
Acting like I'm the fucking drunk. As you were when you put me on a fucking mental health hold and let your grandson get murdered in your fucking apartment.
Okay, kids getting murdered, mental health hold. Sounds like these two have a lot to work out, and what better setting for mother-daughter therapy than 20,000 feet in the sky with 100 strangers in very tight quarters? My question is, why are these two flying together? Was this supposed to be some sort of healing vacation, like a week in Cancun, post-funeral R&R or something?
Bitch, you let my son die in your apartment. Come on, man. Like, for real. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, that's your mama. You don't get another one. What? But that was also her grandson. He's your mama.
I don't know if other passengers are getting involved or if there are other family members on board.
Oh, man.
If you could please fasten your seatbelt and cease any family drama, that would be great. There's not a question in my mind that this is like Frontier Airlines or Spirit Airlines, right? It's got that vibe going. By the way, I think the daughter is in the midst of another mental health crisis because she doesn't quite get how airplanes work.
Off of here, I swear to God.
She keeps saying that. Get me off of here. It's like, did you just want us to open the door and push you out? Because I don't think you do. This isn't like public transportation where you pull a cord and let the driver know you want off at the next stop. No, we just can't land and take off willy-nilly. There's 15 minutes of this.
It's your person. Bitch, my motherfucking son is dead. And this bitch let the motherfucker walk in her home, murder my son, and was still fucking friends with the bitch.
Ooh. That is some juicy drama. I thought because of all the noise they were up in the sky. Apparently not. They hadn't even taken off yet, which makes sense. Where the woman wants to leave. Get me off this thing. She's gonna get her wish.
We're gonna have to ask you to remain seated at this time while we remove a couple of people from the plane. If you don't mind, thank you.
I didn't know airlines do that. They announce when you're gonna get kicked the fuck off. Some people will not be flying with us today, so everyone else just sit tight. By the way, these women do not care at all. I don't even think they know that the flight attendant is talking about them.
Let the bitch walk in my motherfucking in her house and murder my son. The reason he's still walking free is because you made a statement because you was too fucked up.
Yeah, we go over the same material over and over again here. She's about ready to get thrown off.
No. The bitch already told me she was going to jail. Everybody on the airplane want to fight me because I hit my mom in the mouth because she wants to keep fucking with me. Because this bitch let her grandson get murdered in her apartment.
All right, we all know this.
And we're still friends with the bitch who killed her grandson.
I understand it's upsetting.
The fuck? These raggedy-ass black-ass bitches is laughing. They thought it was funny.
Because if I went in the military, I'd beat your ass.
Bitch, fuck you and your mama.
We gonna see you gonna get fucked in the jail cell tonight.
Now the other passengers are getting restless. TSA, I guess, or Air Marshal or whatever, finally arrives to escort this lady off the plane. And guess what she says to him? I mean, we can all say it together, I think.
This bitch fucking
killed my son in the apartment.
And the way you shake it should have been you. You hit me in my face.
You gave the bitch the key.
My son in your apartment. The fuck?
People used to dress up in their fanciest outfits to get on a plane. It's a bit more of a relaxed atmosphere now. Oh, in the 1950s, it was all business suits, fancy hats, first class, flying Pan Am. Now it's like showing up at the airport with curlers in your hair, wearing slippers. It's like the fucking Jerry Springer show, flying on a dilapidated Frontier Airlines plane. All right, real quick, before we get into the news, I've got one more clip I want to share with you. We've talked a lot about trans things over the past few weeks. I'm starting to see a lot of similarities between the satanic panic of the 80s and 90s, which we've talked about extensively here on the podcast, and what's happening now regarding trans issues. I believe I've dubbed this Tranic at the Disco. No, that's not a good name. Satanic Tranic? I don't know. People are freaking out over trans stuff, including this lady who was in a restroom, and she suspects that the woman pissing in the stall next to her might be a man. Now, the lady who is pissing in the stall next to her is not trans. She couldn't help but overhear this bitch screaming and yelling, "There's a man in the bathroom! I think there's a man here!" So she starts recording with her phone, just to protect herself. She doesn't know what's going to happen when she flushes that toilet. Let's see how this all plays out. Right, she has shit, she has wiped, she has flushed. She's getting ready to leave the stall here.
It's a boy. It's a child.
She's saying it's a boy, it's a child. All wrong. It's just a normal girl, adult age girl.
Boy, it's a child.
She's going to the supposed trans person who is not trans. She's a biological woman. She's going to wash her hands. And that's when she's greeted by this cunt.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you a man or a woman?
Not even a little bit of small talk. It was literally the second question out of her mouth. Hi, how are you? Good. Cock? Excuse me? Cock. Do you have a cock between your legs? Penis. I'm going to need to spot check this. Go ahead, unzip.
Why does that matter?
Well, because you're in the ladies' room.
Okay.
And I have gotten called out several times for being in the men's room.
So is she trans? Why is she using the men's restroom? Is she like one of those crazy people who's just like trying to prove a point? Well, now, if anyone could just say they're anything, I'll just go ahead and use the men's restroom then. And then she doesn't like the fact that she's called out about it. I don't know where she's going with this. Let's try this again.
Okay.
And I have gotten called out several times for being in the men's room.
Okay.
And you're going to be called out for whatever you're doing. So what are you identifying as today?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Okay, it's not. So you're in the ladies' room where I think I need to identify you.
You do not need to.
Holy shit.
Is that right? How old are you?
Doesn't matter.
Really? Okay. Pull over to the place to come and figure it out.
Okay.
Well, what did she say? Pull over. Yeah, she's telling this woman to pull over like she's the cops. I'm sorry, this is a tranny checkpoint. This is almost like a citizen's arrest. She says, okay, pull over to the place to come and figure it out. I don't know what that means.
Is that right? How old are you?
Doesn't matter.
Really? Okay. Pull over to the place to come and figure it out.
Okay.
Let's wait for the police. Yeah, because this is not the way you play your shit. Go down on the strip and try to do it there. Don't do it up here. This is a suburb. Not allowed. Not allowed. Yeah, you think you're going to be a woman? It's okay. And be a man? It's okay. No.
This woman sounds upset that she's under the impression that trans people can just use whatever restroom they want and they can just switch. They can use the men's restroom one day, the women's restroom the next. She's jealous is what she is. She even said, I tried to use the men's restroom and they yelled at me. So now I'm going to yell at you. It's not fair.
It's okay. And be a man? It's okay. No. Figure out your identity in your bedroom, okay? And then project it on everybody else and we'll accept it. This is not acceptable.
Let's go get security.
You look too much like a man. This poor woman. She's literally a biological female.
Yes, let's do that.
This can't be doing wonders for her self-esteem.
Let's go get security.
Yes, let's do that.
She's harassing me for being in the bathroom.
Unfortunately, that's where the clip ends. I'm like 99% sure the security guard kicked the trans police woman out and told her to mind her own fucking business. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. I think every clip we featured on DV today was just miserable people. There was no one happy at all. Just angry and unhinged. That's the way I like it. If you are enjoying Distorted View Daily, please consider signing up for the Sideshow. That's DV's member site where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. I've been at this since December 2004. There are over 5,000 episodes of DV in the archives. When you sign up, you get access to a password-protected RSS feed that works with most, not all, podcasting apps. Works with Apple Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Casts. They just have to play nice with premium feeds, one that accept, usernames and passwords and stuff. For more information, check out superfreaksideshow.com. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. Every week I do brand new exclusive shows, typically 2 times a week, Tuesday and Thursday. That means tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. What's great is even if you're not technologically savvy, you don't know RSS feeds and passwords and all that fucking shit, there are other ways to sign up for access. You can use Spotify or Apple Podcasts and sign up right in those apps. Just a few taps on your mobile phone, you're in. All of the new exclusive shows appear right alongside the free episodes in your feed, so it's very simple. Again, for more information, check out DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com. So just a few different ways to sign up for Sideshow access. And finally, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/DistortedView. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And I'm sure we've got some patrons calling in during the voicemail segment. That'll happen in just a few minutes. But first, the news. First story I have for you today. I love this first story, although I guess there should be a trigger warning if you're a rape victim. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you that you're a rape victim. I'm laughing that I have to state this. And also, I'm laughing because this news story about rape has made me laugh. But I'm so sorry it happened to you. Why can I not say that with a straight face? If something bad happened to you, I love you, freaks. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. All right, let's just get into this news story. You'll see why I think it's funny in a second. I swear to God. First of all, naturally, the story comes from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Praise Jesus. Give me a hallelujah. Hallelujah. Down Oklahoma, Florida. This almost fucked up state. You can hear me now.
Florida is almost fucked up state. Praise be to the Lord.
A woman who traveled to Florida to meet her biological father after learning his identity and connecting with him via social media was sexually assaulted by the man. I mean, it's horrible, don't get me wrong, but you can see the humor in this, right? This poor woman, her whole life, she just wanted to meet her father, reconnect with the man who helped bring her into this world. And after an exhaustive search, she finally tracked him down. And they began to chat online and have a relationship. And finally, he was like, why don't you come down so we can meet? face to face. I can't imagine how excited she was, right? Flying down to Florida. I'm finally going to meet my daddy. I'm going to be whole. Well, I don't know if you're going to be whole, but something is going to happen to one of your holes. And it's not going to be a storybook ending type situation. The worst part of this for the woman, I mean, okay, probably the rape is the worst part, but it's also sucky that your dad turns out to be a monster. And in the end, what have you really learned? You were better off without him. You shouldn't have sought him out. You spent so much time. It's all been wasted and for nothing. You're better off without him in your life, you know? All right, on May 1st, cops arrested Ronald Antenor, 53, and charged him with assaulting the woman. Responding to a be on the lookout notice, Clearwater cops took Antenor into custody after stopping his vehicle. Antenor is being held on bonds totaling $302,000. In addition to felony sexual battery and incest counts, Antenor is hit with a misdemeanor charge after drug paraphernalia was found in his vehicle. Your dad is a dirtbag. Antenor has pleaded not guilty to the charges, and a judge has ordered him to have no contact with the victim. Police say that the woman, who was given up for adoption as an infant, went to Florida to meet the man after learning of his identity and connecting with him on social media platforms. As alleged by police, the attack occurred in August 2021 at a Clarion Inn and Suites in Clearwater Beach. Court filings do not indicate why 21 months passed before Antenor was arrested. The man and the woman, cops say, spent a day together, oh yeah they did, and consumed alcoholic beverages before returning to a hotel room the defendant had secured for the victim. While inside the room, the victim told police she and Antenor did acid. Your first time meeting your father, you're dropping acid with him? First of all, coolest dad ever, until, the next part of the story. He becomes pretty uncool in a few minutes. Anyway, when the drug took effect, the woman, quote, became physically unable to resist Antenor, who engaged in a series of sex acts while she was lying on the bed. I mean, acid does fuck you up, right? I've never done acid. I've only seen it portrayed in movies and in educational films. I know hot dogs talk to you occasionally when you're on the stuff. But maybe some of you guys who have dropped acid can call into the voicemail line. But do you have any sort of control over what you're doing or thinking or saying? I'm just trying to think, maybe he isn't a totally bad guy. He was just under the impression that his daughter was, I don't know, a whore, a prostitute he's paid or something. I don't know. Maybe he forgot, that she was his daughter. That would be my defense. The victim, cops say, was eventually able to flee from the bed to the bathroom, where she immediately contacted her boyfriend and told him what happened. The man then called the hotel's front desk and requested they send help to the room. When a security guard arrived at the room, Antenor, cops say, became alarmed and fled the area. Jumped out the window or something. During a post-Miranda interview, Antenor repeatedly made incriminating statements as to what had taken place between himself and the victim. The complaint does not indicate whether the interview occurred in 2021 or after Antenor was arrested this past week. According to his social media account, Antenor owns a restaurant consulting business and co-hosts an online food review program. I hope it's something ridiculous. Remember Bruce's food reviews? That naked guy who would fuck his food and then taste it? Antenor also worked as a professional wrestling manager under the name Ron Ratcatcher. That's the best part of the story. Secondly, today, let's move from Florida to New Hampshire, where, yes, there are also sex perverts. This story comes from Dover, New Hampshire, where a Pennsylvania man accused of hiding out in a Somersworth woman's attic for 2 days told the judge that the woman actually wanted that kind of attention. Oh, she liked it. If she would have known I was there. You could just tell from her body language. She's the type of person that likes to be watched. This is also an amazing defense. Mauricio Guerrero, 19, took the stand on Friday in his trial at Stratford County Superior Court. Prosecutors have accused him of sneaking into the home of a woman he met on the website OnlyFans in 2021. I'm surprised it took this long to start seeing OnlyFans stalkers come around. It's actually hard to stalk a celebrity because, they have security guards. They live in big gated communities. They don't hang around with the normal folk. OnlyFans cam whores They're just, regular people trying to scrape a living together by showing their tits or whatever is going on over there. I've never even heard of OnlyFans. I can only take a guess. I'm so innocent and sweet. As a matter of fact, yesterday I cried. I bet you are relieved to see that softer side. I'm sorry. I digress. So, they met on the website OnlyFans in 2021, and he is now accused of taking pictures of her while she slept. Guerrero testified he thought it was all part of the dynamic of their relationship, saying, look, I pay you $20 a month for OnlyFans access, and I expect to see pictures of you spreading your pussy lips apart. When you don't upload enough content, I think it's only right that I help you produce some content by sneaking into your house and taking pictures of you when you sleep. In a weird way, it kind of makes sense, right? Yes, he said that she wanted him to be obsessed and a stalker, and that, quote, she liked it. On Thursday, the victim testified that she was often drunk when talking to Guerrero. I mean, I know we're not supposed to blame the victim or say like a woman was just asking to get raped because she was wearing provocative clothing, that type of thing. But she's not helping her case here when she was like, yeah, I may have said some stuff like that because I was drunk. It was all just fantasy, I thought. Did I tell him where I hide my spare house key? Under the rock? In the garden in front of the house? Yes, it may have slipped. Did I tell him to take that key, unlock the door, find me sleeping in my bedroom, slide the covers off, and slip a finger in my hole? Yeah, probably. That was just the Mike's Hard Lemonade talking. I didn't think he'd actually do it. Yeah, the victim testified that she was often drunk when talking to Guerrero and does not remember much of their conversation. Guerrero explained what he recalled from the convos. We talked about meeting up, ting, about me coming up, ting. Between that, we talked about having intercourse. Ooh, okay, well, prosecutor said Guerrero made 6 unwanted visits to New Hampshire, with the victim mostly refusing to see him, but she did testify they met one time and had sex. Well, that's all he wanted. What is the address to her OnlyFans account? It's an incredible value what she's providing. $19.99 a month for pictures, videos, and intercourse. She knows how to keep a subscriber. I kind of feel like I'm slacking with the sideshow now. All right, monthly memberships now include hand jobs. I will bottom for lifetime memberships. Times are lean, man. I'm ready to give up this pussy. The woman also testified that she kept communicating with him because she liked how it made her feel. Okay, again, see, this is what I'm talking about. She's not helping her case. The defense said Guerrero believed the two were in a relationship based on the conversations and the fact they were having sex, and asked him on the stand how he got into the house. It was the back door, he said, snickering, I'm sure. When asked how he did it, he responded, I tried to use the crowbar, which is not something you normally have to do if you're dating someone. And finally today, freaks, we have got an extremely short story here that includes the world's easiest joke. Get ready for it. A body was discovered inside a walk-in freezer at an Arby's restaurant in Louisiana on Thursday. Why, you ask? Come on. You know what Arby's has.
Arby's, we have the meat.
I mean, like I said, it's super easy, but you have to do it. Police Captain Leland Lassiter said the woman is was an employee of the fast food restaurant, and that preliminary findings suggest her death appears to have been an accident. A situation like this is unusual, so we're taking extra precautions during the investigation, Lassiter said. We pretty much have completed our process at the crime scene. After completely processing the crime scene, this does not seem like a homicide. It seems like an accident. An employee found the body during regular business hours on Thursday evening. Multiple employees have been interviewed as part of the investigation, most of whom are saying stuff like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this bullshit. I make $11 an hour, and today I touched a cold corpse. All because Brenda can't remember where she put the fucking King's Hawaiian rolls. An autopsy will be conducted to confirm the victim's identity and determine the cause of death. Freezing may have played a part. It also could be she consumed too much Arby's. Those big beef and cheddars will clog arteries up right quick. They're so good, though. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you, idiots. And there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. And please don't forget, we've got a Discord where all the freaks are hanging out. There's like 1,500 people or so in there. sharing DV-worthy links, talking about UTARs, but also talking about non-DV-related things. It's a great community to meet new people. Find your next stalker in the Distorted View Discord. Ding! All right, let's check in with just a few freaks here.
Hey, Timmy Boo.
Hello? Hi.
Lifetime Sideshow member here.
Oh, I've got to pay attention to this call then. The more money you spend on me, the more respect you get. Yet somehow I also lose a little respect for you.
The other day, you offered blowies for your Patreons and your Sideshow members.
I seem to be doing that a lot now. So, blowjobs for patrons, hand jobs for monthly Sideshow memberships, and then I'm just full up giving up my asshole for Lifetime Freaks. Oh my God, that means you get first dibs, I guess.
Yeah, I was just wondering when I could cash that in, you know?
Oh, shit. Time to pay the piper.
Never let another man blow me, but hey, if the offer's on the table...
It's a perk. You might as well take advantage of it, right?
Hi, you had this old episode on May 3rd. You asked what meth would be prescribed for, and it is not for constipation.
Yeah, because meth would constipate you. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Roy Killer War at some point, right? I remember he would take massive, huge bowel movements, and they would happen after a drug binge, right?
For insane amounts of ADHD or narcolepsy.
Oh, okay.
And also,
I guess if you're constantly falling asleep, meth will perk you right up.
I'm pretty sure cocaine is also a prescription drug.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I'll ask my doctor if cocaine is right for me. Ting! My doctors never give me good medication. It's always like heart pills or blood thinners. Like, here's a new beta blocker for you. And I asked my doctor, can that fuck me up? I want to see some visions, man. And he's like, no.
Hey, Jim, it's Red.
It's going to just make you live a little longer.
I heard through the grapevine that your diabetes is really fucking acting up and giving you a lot of trouble. I just wanted to remind you to take good care of yourself, because, like,
thank you.
How can you expect people to want to buy lifetime memberships if you're going to be 1 foot in the grave pretty soon?
That's true. Well, you know what?
You're only going to have 1 foot because you're going to lose the other to diabetes.
That's true. I'll only have 1 foot, and if 1 foot is in the grave, then I'm dead. Thank you for pointing that out. And no, I don't have diabetes. That is one thing I don't yet have. I say yet because it's surprising that I don't, right? You have to assume it's coming.
Hey, Timmy Boo, it's the Decoy Jew. I've actually just got a couple points of clarification for Scumhook.
Oh, okay.
First of all, I'm not a Jew. I'm a decoy Jew, which means that I'm not an actual Jew. It's right there in the name.
That's true.
Not too complicated. Secondly, I wasn't complaining about people goofing off with their own pronouns.
Oh, we're still on this Discord stuff. There was some drama recently in the Discord. I can't even get into it now.
Complaining about the admins of the Discord changing my pronouns on me. Anyway, as I already mentioned, I was a little depressed that day. I'm sure I took it harder than I would have. I'm in a bit of a better place now, so I might come back to the Discord at some point, but honestly, probably not, because it's basically just full of people who think they're a lot funnier than they are. And
that's like the internet as a whole. That is not just relegated to the DV Discord.
You are a comedic genius. Unfortunately, your Discord is full of people who think they are, but aren't. So it is what it is.
I've laughed several times reading comments and stuff from the freak. Okay, maybe not laugh. I chuckled. I chortled.
I won't hold it against Scumhook. He did mention his developmental difficulties, so I can't really blame him, but
you have to be a little slow to fully appreciate Distorted View Daily. Well, thank you very much for the comments. I hope you all feel bad about yourselves, members of the Discord. I also guarantee you they don't. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the program. Why don't you guys email me, show at DistortedView.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God. Red the Distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Break yourself. Don't break yourself up. It might be a little bit too heavy.
Hey, man, damn, man, it's just fucking 30 pounds on there. Now, now, come on.
We're weak.
Man, if we gonna pump around, let's pump around. Like that old saying, go, no pain, no gain. When you pump, you gotta pump for real. You gotta pump like you mean it. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking somebody and your dick get hard, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be fucking like you want it. You got to approach the weights the same way, like you want it.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.